Hi team, welcome back. This is Svinøya, and today I want to take you on a fascinating journey through history. Let's dive in to the enchanting world of Lofoten's past, exploring the rich history of this Norwegian archipelago with a particular focus on the fishing industry and life here before the roads were made, and the captivating tales of Svinøya right here. I'm Dave Williams, and this is Due North, My Arctic Life. The heart of Lofoten's history beats to the rhythm of the sea. The fishing industry here has ancient roots dating back to the Viking Age. But it was in the 18th century that Lofoten truly became synonymous with fishing. Cod, or the silver of the sea, brought prosperity to the islands, and thousands of fishermen flocked to these waters, creating a bustling, dynamic industry. Imagine a sea teeming with cod and fishing boats dotting the horizon. The cod drying racks became iconic symbols of Lofoten's prosperity. Now picture this, a time before the modern road network connected these islands. Life here was defined by isolation, resilience, an unbreakable bond with the sea. The only way to traverse these waters was through the intricate network of waterways. Before the roads, Lofoten was a world unto itself. The sea was the lifeline, connecting villages, sustaining communities. But now let's talk specifically about Svinøya, a tiny island with a colossal history. It's home to the iconic rorbuer, traditional fishermen's cabins that date back centuries. The word rorbuer means something like rowing boat or a rowing boat house. From ror, meaning row, and bu, which is likely a derivative of the word bo, which means to live. And these cabins were the shelters of the seafarers, offering warmth and protection from the unforgiving Arctic weather. The rorbuer tell tales of hardworking fishermen and the challenges that they faced. Living in a rorbuer was no easy feat. The fishermen endured harsh conditions, long hours, isolation. But in the midst of the challenges, a unique camaraderie thrived. 16 fishermen would have lived in a rorbuer like this one, which was split into two halves. This half is the warm or dry half, but then there's the cold or wet half, where all the fishing gear was organized and everything was made ready for fishing. And the rorbuer was ideally built on stilts on the rocks over the water, so the boats could land directly outside, and life truly revolved around the sea. The rorbuer were not just shelters. They were the crucibles where friendships were forged, stories were shared, and resilience was tested. Svinøya's history dates back to 1828, when the Krambua opened, the oldest shop in Svinøya. If you worked here as a fisherman on the island, you were paid for your work by the owner, who lived in the manor house and operated the business, and you spent your wages in his shop. It's a cycle where all the money ultimately goes back to him. And this shop had a delivery by sea just once a year. So if the delivery ship sank, you were in trouble. That's also why it looks like a large warehouse with a very small shop area. The supplies needed to last a long time. But nowadays, the shop houses the reception for Svinøya rorbuer, where you can come and stay in a beautiful rorbuer or a modern house, making this place the base for great adventures in Lofoten. And it's also the home to Boeing fishery, one of northern Norway's finest restaurants and a stockfish specialist. As we conclude our journey through the captivating history of Lofoten, let's not forget the indomitable spirit of those who shaped this land, from the bustling fishing industry to the humble rorbuer. Lofoten's history is a tapestry woven with tales of resilience and camaraderie. And before we wrap up, just a friendly reminder to all of you, embrace the spirit of exploration. Make sure you experience the extraordinary. And remember, until next time, to stay curious and to once in a lifetime as often as you can.